Hey guys, Demon Hunter here. Hope all is well. Okay, so yeah, I'm gonna try and make a short video here, but we'll see what happens. Um, if you haven't watched this video, Trump 88, Satan Incarnate, you're gonna want to watch that first, from beginning to end, and just know that again, they're suppressing all my views. They're hammering all my videos with multiple thumbs down, refusing to leave negative comments challenging the video. They just hit all my videos with up to, I don't know, 16 thumbs down. This is crazy. But anyway, I posted this, I think it was yesterday, but, and then you're going to want to read all my comments explaining what I'm trying to share within that video. Okay? So, I guess we can get started here. So let's do this. So this was a gift from to President Donald J. Trump, our greatest friend and greatest ally from Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu, and it has the tree stump, right, and then it has the gold beeper, and we knew that they used the beepers to explode and kill all these alleged terrorists and Hamas. But and this was a present, a present to President Trump from from Benjamin Netanyahu. Okay, but notice it's on the tree trunk, which I believe is referencing because there's a connection between Trump and Satan via the 88s. In 88, on the parabolic table is radium. Okay, the atomic number is 88 on the parabolic table for radium, which is radiation. Again, I'm trying to get across that they're vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency, the toroidal field that protected us from outer darkness. And that's why they've got this beeper on this tree trunk, which I believe is referencing the toroidal field. And there's Trump's 88 right there. So watch that video first, and here's 88 raw radium, and 88 is the atomic number for radium. Okay, and then Trump had his TNT shoes, remember, in gold, TNT, right? And this is the tree of life, and they've created a smart desk confinement dome over our heads, a mind control apparatus for their fourth industrial revolution. Meanwhile, they're opening chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness. I believe, they built this metaverse over our heads. And just keep in mind also, you had Zuckerberg change Facebook to Meta. And he says Meta is now the new North Star because Apollyon is now nesting the sides of North up, pretending to be God, having created his own smart desk confinement dome, a live AI, augmented virtual reality smart desk confinement dome, vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency. Satan, again, is known as Ra. He's radiating the planet. He's opened chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness. Okay, to what I believe is they collected ether from behind the veil via CERN, the key to the abyss, dispersed it that a stratospheric aerosol program. And now that's opening chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness, allowing all these gamma rays and radiation to come in. He's radiating the planet, giving us no other means in order to survive is to accept their, Trump's AI vaccinations, turning into human or a remote control bot for the order, getting their black blood mind virus in you and getting you assimilated into the AI Borg. Okay, but it's all an inversion, Satan twists, plutes, inverts everything of God. So you got New Jerusalem and the Bride of Christ. This is the black cube and the one hive mind, right? And the cube's the X. And then you got the metaverse they're creating over here, a sentient world simulation for their fourth industrial revolution. It's all this. Chemtrails are also pouring utility fog on us, foglets on us, graphene oxide, right? And it's connected to all your smart devices, it's raining down on us, connected to the 5G towers, connected to the Gwen towers. Got 300 copper smoked wheels underground, all aimed at vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency. It's as above, so below. You got, again, God's enclosed system, but underneath that you got Satan's enclosed system, vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency, having created his metaverse. Okay, with now Apollyon nesting the sides of North, pretending to be God. And they're vacuum sealing the toroidal field. okay, which is this is a video again I've shared before that you can't find anymore on the web, but it looks to be the toroidal field coming out of the center of the earth. But Satan's looking to vacuum seal that. What I've been trying to share with now Metatron, the dark sun, you know, again, the Star Wars, it's the battle of the two suns, God's real sun versus the sun sim, or the dark sun, which bringeth forth death and destruction, versus God's son that bringeth forth life. It's Metatron's cube. And they've got NASA up there, right? Asgardia Space Kingdom, based on a satellite in low Earth orbit. They're making their metaverse, right? Where it's a quantum realm where they're accessing what's behind the veil, allowing all these demons and demonic filth to manifest into our earthly realm. It's the 88s, it's collisions of dimensions. And this is the dark sun, and you got Lucy here, okay, Lucifer. And this has got the laurel wreaths of Apollo at the UN, which is Apollyon. And he's now nested in the sides of the north, pretending to be God. And Trump has now the TNT to take out the toroidal field, God's natural earth frequency that protects us from outer darkness, the lifting of the veil. And I'll try and reveal that to you a little bit more. So in short, you got now, this is the toroidal field coming out of the center of the earth. All in the red is the smart dust that's raining down on us from these chemtrails. They've created digitalized artificial sky canopy over our heads with this quantum tesseract space fence, which pulling in outer darkness. All this demonic filth and squadrons, demons are pouring strictly out of the chemtrails because they're acting as chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness. Okay, the ether they collected from CERN, the key to the abyss, they dispersed it through the aerosol program, stratospheric aerosol program, and now those are acting as gateway portals to outer darkness, which is now pulling in outer darkness, making the 2-1, the 9/11. Okay, the 2 becoming the 1. And he's looking to then, so he's radiating the planet. All these gamma rays are coming in from outer darkness. Satan Ra's radiating the planet, giving us no other choice other than to become transhumanism, you know, and assimilate into AI hive mind, the Borg. Okay, this is remaining grounded in Christ and remaining part of the bride of Christ, in the dying Christ, Jesus. So this is what I'm seeing, guys. But and again, well, let's see. So you got Skynet Web up there, right? The Borg's up there. It's all connected DARPA. It's all connected to mind control and getting you simulated. All right. And it's at the Olympics. So the Apollyon cap in the dome. It's the Lord of the Rings. And so they've created a smart desk containment dome. See, this isn't the 100 series. This is the 100 series, right? And you see the radiation area, Ra. Satan's radiating the planet, creating a digitalized artificial sky canopy over our heads.
Hold up. There are things and people in these woods that want us dead. You fall behind, you will be.
It's a dome, okay, and you can think of that as, let me see if I have that. Okay, right. It was a Star Wars, and this is the space fence they got all around us, right? With a push of the button, igniting that in vacuum seal God's natural earth frequency. Right? And I got a truck going by, but see, this isn't Back to the Future. Sorry, I had a garbage truck going by. This is the Back to the Future.
Calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
So now you got a connection to Satan Ra 88 and Trump 88, who's now got a beeper to take out the toroidal field.
Calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
And thanks to Bells, also when he says when it hits 88 miles per hour,
Calculations are correct. When this baby hits 88 miles per hour, you're gonna see some serious shit.
see, it's all connected sodomy too, in the vagus nerve, right? Getting you simulated, okay, via sodomy. Because the flux capacitor makes the vagus nerve. And you got the dog there that's driving, which is referencing the dog star Sirius, Satan.
What's this?
And there's the flux capacitor. It makes the vagus nerve. See the radiation sign on his back? And then this whole movie's referencing 9/11 and Trump. Which you'll see in the video that I asked you to watch first. See, they're talking, so it's 9/11, it's collisions, dimensions, it's time travel, it's Satan being unleashed. All right, well, what I type, 88 miles per hour, what did he say here? Out of time. So then you got that. So then, and again, you got the 88 connection, the atomic number on the parabolic table is 88. It's raw. It's connected to radiation. And then you got Trump's T issues, and he's got the 88 on his podium, and 88's connected to Trump. And then Trump's also got the Ark of the Covenant replica, which I told you is you have the Death Star, right? And you see the Ark coming down, hitting the mirror, and then hitting the Ark of the Covenant, because that's their sun gun up there that they're using to torch all these areas. It's hitting the sun rays coming down, hitting the Fresnel lens, and then it creates the TNT and takes out all these areas below. So this is a weapon, okay? And I'll try and prove that to you. So this is the metrics, and people were suggesting, was the Ark of the Covenant, the golden box of the Old Testament, constructed at the foot of Mount Sinai by Moses, really an electrical device, okay? A weapon, and you know how Trump has all Tesla's technology, okay? Now, this is Raiders of the Lost Ark.
Dr. Jones, now you must understand that this is all strictly confidential.
I understand.
Yesterday afternoon, our European sections intercepted a German communique that was sent from Cairo to Berlin. Now,
You see, over the last 2 years, the Nazis have had teams of archaeologists running around the world looking for all kinds of religious artifacts. Hitler's a nut on the subject. He's crazy. He's obsessed with the occult. And right now, apparently, there's some kind of German archaeological dig going on in the desert outside of Cairo.
Well, we've got some information here, but we can't make anything out of it, and maybe you can. Tanis development proceeding. Acquire headpiece, staff of Ra, Abner Ravenwood, U.S.
Nazis have discovered Tanis.
Just what does that mean to you, Tanis?
Well, the city of Tanis is one of the possible resting places of the Lost Ark.
The Lost Ark?
Yeah, the Ark of the Covenant, the chest the Hebrews used to carry around the Ten Commandments.
What do you mean, commandments? You're talking about the 10 Commandments?
Yes, the actual Ten Commandments, the original stone tablets that Moses brought down out of Mount Horeb and smashed, if you believe in that sort of thing. Did you guys ever go to Sunday school?
Well,
Oh, look. The Hebrews took the broken pieces and put them in the Ark. When they settled in Canaan, they put the Ark in a place called the Temple of Solomon in Jerusalem, where it stayed for many years. Until all of a sudden, whoosh, is gone.
Where?
Well, nobody knows where or when.
However, an Egyptian pharaoh,
Shishak.
yes, invaded the city of Jerusalem around about 980 BC, and he may have taken the ark back to the city of Tanis and hidden it in a secret chamber called the Well of Souls.
Secret chamber.
However, about a year after the pharaoh had returned to Egypt, the city of Tanis was consumed by the desert in a sandstorm which lasted a whole year, wiped clean by the wrath of God. Obviously, we've come to the right man. Now, you seem to know all about this Tanis.
No, not really. Ravenwood is the real expert. Abner did the first serious work on Tanis, collected some of its relics. It was his obsession, really. But he never found the city.
Frankly, we're somewhat suspicious of Mr. Ravenwood, American being mentioned so prominently in a secret Nazi cable.
Oh, rubbish. Ravenwood's no Nazi. Well, what did the Nazis want him for, then?
Well, obviously, the Nazis are looking for the headpiece to the Staff of Ra, and they think Abner's got it.
What exactly is a headpiece to the Staff of Ra?
Well, the staff is just a stick, I don't know, about this big. Nobody really knows for sure how high. It's a cap, an elaborate headpiece in the shape of the sun, with a crystal in the center. And what you did was you take the staff to a special room in Tanis, a map room with a miniature of the city all laid out on the floor. And if you put the staff in a certain place at a certain time of day, the sun shone through here and made a beam that came down on the floor here and gave you the exact location of the Well of the Soul.
This makes me think that this is the Staff of Ra, referencing the Staff of Ra right here. But anyway, let's go back to that. Where were we? Let's see here. Whoops.
And what you did was you take the staff to a special room in Tanis, a map room with a miniature of the city all laid out on the floor. And if you put the staff in a certain place at a certain time of day, the sun shone through here and made a beam that came down on the floor here and gave you the exact location of the Well of the Souls.
Where the Ark of the Covenant was kept, right?
Which is exactly what the Nazis are looking for.
What does this Ark look like?
Listen
There's
up.
a picture of it right here. That's it.
Good God. Yes, that's just what the Hebrews thought. Now what's that supposed to be coming out of there?
Lightning. Fire. Power of God or something.
Beginning to understand Hitler's interest in this.
Oh, yes. The Bible speaks of the ark leveling mountains and laying waste to entire regions. An army which carries the ark before it is invincible.
The army that carries the ark is invincible. Let's see here. The ark replica at Trump, Mar-Lago home. Right? Because when you go to, if you look at, remember this scene in Indiana Jones?
Dr. Jones? Surely you don't think you can escape from this island?
It depends on how reasonable we're all willing to be. All I want is the girl.
If we refuse?
Then your Fuhrer has no prize.
Now, see, if you look, okay, the sun symbol, the Nazi sun symbol, that's a symbol of the sun. But, and then you have the falcon, right? Ra's known as the Falcon, Osiris, on top of it. But many speculate that Hitler was, because this guy with the black hat, he's overseeing all these Nazis. And we knew who the black hats are. And it just makes you wonder if the Nazis were truly, or Hitler was truly like Ashkenazi, and they were the ones behind World War II, as they are behind every single war. Because Hitler got into power at 1933. 33. There's your 33. But many speculate Hitler was just another pawn. But, you know, that's here and there. But there. But I mean, the fact that they've got this guy, this leader over all these Nazis wearing a black hat, just makes you think. But let's watch this. Yeah, so the swastika is supposed to be a symbol of the sun. But is it the dark sun? And they show you the dark sun over these two tied up. But it's just a lamp, but I think it's symbolizing like the sun simulator, because you got it on the pole, like the staff of Ra, and they're tied up to it. And her name's Miriam. And you'll hear Indiana Jones tell Miriam, don't look at it. Whatever you do, don't look at it, like in Sodom and Gomorrah. And where have you heard that sound? TI's frequency. Attacks.
Shut your eyes, Marion. Don't look at it no matter what happens.
See all the electricity? How it's like a weapon? You know, the space fence that's over our heads now? Plasma discharge space fence? And I've done videos on the Raiders of the Lost Arks. I think it was the Crystal Skull, which is all talking about mind control and the hive mind and getting you simulated. It's just crazy. But because then you had, right, this is all in Star Wars. But
People were on top of a mountain when they noticed that they could hear static electricity in the air.
so, again, are we talking there being a plasma discharge space fence they've created over our heads? That what I think is what's going to happen based off some scripture that I've shared before. I'll try and share that a little bit later, but also I think that they're building this artificial fourth industrial revolution, transhumanism agenda, digitalized artificial sky canopy mind control apparatus, ultimately to build their army via all these the vaccinated in order to take out the saints and at the same time to fight God. So whether we're living in a little season or, it's, I don't know. I just don't see how we can't be, only because, guys, just the simple fact is, how much further can this go on with their spraying graphene oxide on us, barium and aluminum, and they're putting, graphene oxide in our foods, in our all our consumer goods, and, they're just creating this huge metaverse all around us. I don't know. I just don't see how long it can go on. But anyway, it's something that you guys are going to have to research. But if we go on to here, see, this was in, what was this movie? This was Avatar, right? And you see the dragon right here, and they're taking out symbolically the tree of life, the toroidal field, that protect us from outer darkness.
Screw this.
What the hell are you doing?
I didn't sign up for this shit.
Okay, so you have that, and then you have the whole connection with Asgardia, right? Space Kingdom based on a satellite in low Earth orbit with the Eye of Ra become simulated, right? Which has the laurel wreaths of Apollos and the rings of Saturn, Lord of the Rings, right? And this is allegedly your sun's simulator. Lucifer, the false light bearer, its false luminescence, Metatron's cube, the dark sun, bringing forth death and destruction, torching all these lands below with their sun gun, and God's real sun, which is outside this artificial digitalized, dome they've created over our heads. That's why we always glimpse in two suns. And that's why the movie Star Wars, the Battle of the Two Suns. God's real sun that bringeth forth life, and then you got the Death Star that's bringing forth death and destruction. And then you've got here, this is
supposed to be funny?
This is an Asgardia.
No, it's not funny at all. The Tesseract is not only active, she's behaving.
How soon you pull the plug?
She's an energy source. We turn off the power, she turns it back on.
Just like in the Skynet footage I've shown you, right? In Skynet Genesis, in the Terminator movies, they couldn't turn it off once they turned it on. And it, destroys the planet, which is their ultimate goal. They want to destroy the planet based off Doctor Who, they said they wanted to destroy the planet before we could get off of it.
If she reaches peak level,
We're prepared for this, Doctor.
One-eyed symbolism.
Harnessing energy from space.
we don't have the harness. My calculations are far from complete. And she's throwing off interference, radiation. Nothing harmful, low levels of gamma radiation.
Now notice right in the back you have the Hawk, right? You got NASA, Apollyon, that's in the sides north, up. I'm going to prove to you exactly what that's referencing there. The banners on the back behind them, you got the Hawk, right? And you got NASA. The Blue Bloods are up top. Skydome Atlantis, Asgardia Space Kingdom based on a satellite in low Earth orbit. The Dark Sun, Metatron's Cube, Skynet.
Gamma radiation.
That can be harmful. Where's Agent Barton?
Talking about gamma radiation again, the 88s, raw, radiating the planet.
For low levels of gamma radiation.
That can be harmful. Where's Agent Barton?
The Hawk. Up in his nest as usual.
Listen to that.
Where's Agent Barton?
The Hawk. Up in his nest as usual.
There he is, Hawk, Ra, Osiris, nest at the top of the dome, pretending to be God, creating this artificial digitalized construct over our heads, this apparatus, technocracy-based kingdom. Apollyon nest in the sides north, pretending to be God. NASA up there.
Agent Barton, report. I gave you this detail so
See?
you could keep...
NASA, missions, Joint Dark Energy, mission, Advanced Dark Energy Physics Telescope. And they got the picture of the eagle, the phoenix, Ra. And this is Hawk, referencing Ra.
Close eye on things.
Well, I see better from a distance.
Have you seen anything that might set this thing off?
Doctor, it's spiking again.
No one's come or gone. The cellbit's clean. No
It's spiking again, level 5, pentagram.
No one's come or gone. The cellbit's clean. No contacts, no what have you. If there's any tampering, sir, it wasn't at this end.
At this end?
Yeah, the cube is a doorway to the other end of space, right?
The cube is the doorway to what's behind the veil. They're using the tesseracts to open the veil, the black cube. Collisions of dimensions, bringing that in. You see the X there, which is the cube symbolism.
Doors open from both sides.
I see that.
Sir, please put down the spear.
Sir, please put down the spear. And who else has the spear? Donald Trump, right? And the spear's the vaccination. They show you NASA again, right? The Dark Sun, the Falcon, Osiris, Ra, right? His father. And they show you they show you right there the Sun, Oracle, and the red computer cube.
You have heart.
You have heart, and he's going to stick them and pierce them with an injection because Satan's looking to attack your heart, making it full of darkness, turning you into one of them. And that's all the sodomy reference. When this shit hits 88 miles per hour, you're going to see some serious shit because it's attacking the vagus nerve, fusing your mind together, the two balances of your brain into one, turning you a part of the hive mind with their black blood mind virus, making you, it's the black awakening. Look at his eyes. Satan building his army to take out the saints and fight God. He grabs the cube, the tesseract.
Please don't. I still need that.
This doesn't have to get any messier.
Of course it does. I've come too far for anything else. I am Loki of Asgard, and I am burdened with glorious purpose.
Loki, brother of Thor. We have no quarrel with your people.
An ant has no quarrel with a boot.
You planning to step on us?
I come with glad tidings of a world made free.
Free from what?
Freedom. Freedom is life's great lie. Once you accept that in your heart, you will know peace.
Yeah, you say peace. I kind of think you mean the other thing.
Sir, Director Fury is stalling. This place is about to blow. Drop 100 feet of rock on us.
See, he's become one of them, part of the hive mind.
He means the barriers.
Like the pharaohs of old.
It's right. The portal is collapsing in on itself. We've got maybe 2 minutes before this goes critical.
The portal is collapsing in on itself, and this was in Asgardia.
Does no one remember me? Has no one been taught our history? Look at these lies. Goblets and garden parties? Peace treaties?
Referencing peace treaties, everything that's at the UN, which is an illusion, because once you remove the veil and the scales from your eyes, you'll see who's running the UN.
Odin, proud to have it, shamed at how we got it.
This guy built Atlantis. There's Apollyon, the one that's pulling the strings behind the curtain. And then this is the Dome TV series. They're telling you the whole thing. All right, so you got the Dome here. Right. Talking about the human residence. Vacuum showing God's natural earth frequency, and you got the bull with the V, the vaccination, and it makes the 5, which is pentagram, turning you into one of them. Satan looking to win your favor, and then so he makes the 5 with the blood, which is pentagram, and this is going to show you the graphene oxide, and introducing all the nanotech. In the graphene oxide that's raining down on us, like in Prometheus, and all the nanotech that's now all around us within the dome. See the egg reference there with the butterfly, because it's all about mind control. And you got the black goo that's raining down on us like Prometheus, and then you see the Apollyon, that little white figure nested at the top of the dome. And it's all about mind control, the hive mind. Turning you into one of them, full of darkness. Yep. birthing a new race within the race of humanity, Lady Gaga. And then you got, you know, the optogenetics, the persecution of the church and the saints. Yep. And they drop the egg, showing the rebirth. And all the nanotech within the dome with the pyramid, the obelisk. Yep. And it's all about magnetism and tearing down the toroidal field. And then it talks about the crystals and Lucifer, you know, Lucifer's connection with the crystals. But yeah, so then they show you above the digitalized artificial sky canopy they're creating over our heads for their technocracy-based kingdom, the metaverse. Their fourth industrial transhumanism agenda with Metatron's cube up there. And then, let's see here. And I've shown you this. So this is Hunger Games. Remember, Biden and all them dressed up as Hunger Games. This is the holographic metaverse they're creating over our heads, showing you the fallen up top. NASA, the Blue Bloods. Candace shoots her arrow up after seeing it come through. And she shoots her arrow up at the digitalized artificial sky cannon, made of tesseract, pulling in outer darkness, the collisions of dimensions. Creates a plasma discharge. Sends her flying back. Think of Trump's weapon is the TNT. And now this crane is pulling her up as the digitalized artificial canopy over our heads. This sentient world simulation opens up, revealing God's real sun and real sky and real moon, or real constellations. Yeah, welcome to the Matrix. But, and again, it's all right here. I'll try and wrap this up now. Let's see. Bill Gates opened the gates of Hades with a plasma discharge space fence, with the black cube Skynet web, become as simulated optogenetics, getting all plugged in. You got Kronos, the timekeeper, with the black cube with one-eyed symbolism, Xbox. You got, again, Time magazine, Kronos, the magic inside the machine that they're creating above our heads, the metaverse with the black cube, the floppy disk, which has the all-seeing eye within it, and he's pointing up. Black cube's up, Polyon's nest in the sides north up, Skynet's up, Metatron's cube's up. Open the gates of Hades. Whose web will it be? It's going to be Satan's web. And we're the bugs that they're looking to get caught in it. Master of the universe. And here you got Werner von Braun, created NASA. This is his tombstone. Psalms 19:1. The heavens declare the glory of God. The firmament showed us his handiwork. Hence, we live within an enclosed system. And you got the Star of David nowhere in the Bible, or the Talmud is just referenced as the Star of David. However, the Bible does reference to be the Star of Ramphan belonging to Moloch, Satan. The house is the cube. It's all about Saturn, Satan worship, the Matrix. It's found within the Freemasonry symbol, which is all Freemasonry derives from Kabbalah. It's the 666. And it's also found on the American seal, okay, which is the Star of Ramphan within the sun Salo. It's the Death Star, and it makes the Falcon Osiris. Yep. We're Babylon. It's air magic. It's the magic within the machine. It's setting real-life video games.
But the question is not, what's the meaning of life? You know, in the Hitchhiker's Galaxy, in the Earth, it turns out, is this big computer that's, and its goal is to answer the question, what's the meaning of life? And Earth comes up with the answer 42.
42, which is the Antichrist spirit reigning for 42 months, what I believe is all the Shining's about, the dark sun. It's all about mind control. The Shining, room 237, 2 times 3 times 7 equals 42. You got to hear in the Shining Apollo, it's pointing up with the digitalized artificial sky canopy, vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency. He's doing the 42 with the basketball hoop, you know, which is like the Skynet web. He's pointing up. You got the twins, right? The two becoming the one. with the Monarch out programming because it's all about gang stalking. This is at Overlook Hotel, July 4th ball. Overlook Hotel. Overlook Hotel. NASA being up there. Project Looking Glass. It's all about surveillance. Satan looking beyond the present like God, but he has to do it through artificial measures via this Skynet web surveillance ball apparatus. And so this is Overlook Hotel. And within Overlook Hotel, you had all these pictures, right? And you got Jack Nicholson doing As Above, So Below. As Above, So Below. Overlook Hotel. Just like in Hunger Games, they're monitoring all the districts below, looking to get us assimilated. Trump with his gold coin with Raw. But so there's Jack Nicholson doing As Above, So Below at Overlook Hotel, which is the July 4th ball, 1921. The ball. So there's that, and then I told you about Star Wars, which is the Battle of the Two Suns. And the Star Wars, the eclipse we just had, I believe, was the sun simulated dark sun eclipsing God's real sun, hence Star Wars. And I believe there's mech in a city that's all around this dark sun, like Elysium style base, Dyson Sphere. Yep. And then I told you all about Operation Dark Storm. Earth was covered with artificial storm clouds, and almost all life, both plants and animals, go extinct. And they talk about how the operation was initiated via these chemtrails. Yep. So the leaders conceived of their most desperate strategy yet, the final solution, the destruction of the sky. This would, man would try to cut the machines off from the sun, their main energy source. The operation commenced with UN bombers deploying the Shroud. This nanite Shroud, digitalized artificial sky canopy over Eastern Europe, which soon encircled flat Earth plane, the entire planet. While the humans were successful in scorching the sky, Operation Dark Storm carried tremendous cost both to the planet and humanity itself. Without energy from the sun, much of the Earth did not survive, leading to the collapse. Universal crop failures soon followed. So it's all talking about GMOs, and again, it's all connected to mind control, becoming assimilated, getting this nanotech, graphene oxide in as you got the fallen angels of the pine cone. The pine cone's at the Vatican. It's all about mind control. You got Eagle Eye, which is the eye in the sky with this digitalized artificial sky canopy all around as eye in the sky, monitoring all the districts below, creating their surveillance ball apparatus. Atlas, the eye in the sky, makes Metatron's cube, all within the star of Ramfam, belonging to Moloch, Satan. Saturn's cube. You got the black cube up Trump Tower, as well as the 7 pillars of Baal worship. You got...
Okay, so here I am out.
There was something else. Let me go back up here real quick. So there was that. I got that. And this is a funny pic. There's that. Okay, we watched that one. Oh, wait. We got to watch the rest of this because this is the Dark Tower. Remember I told you about the Dark Tower, right? Let's listen to this.
Is your work and my work.
This is the toroidal field, okay? In the center of the earth. God's natural earth frequency that they're looking to tear down that, prevented it. It was a protection from outer darkness. It protects us from outer darkness, the toroidal field, God's natural earth frequency.
Is your work and my work. Many others. No one knows how many. The Dark Tower stands at the center of all things. And it stood there from the beginning of time. And it sends out powerful energy that protects the universe.
Sends out powerful energy that protects the universe, God's natural earth frequency, the toroidal field that they're looking to tear down.
Shields us from what's outside.
What do you mean outside? What's outside the universe?
Outside is endless darkness, full of demons trying to get to us.
Hence all these specters and that are coming in, from their open chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness, right?
Walter wants to tear down the tower, and let them in.
Walter wants to tear down the tower and let them in, hence the toroidal field. Making the two become the one, the collisions of dimensions. The veil lifting.
Outside is endless darkness, full of demons trying to get to us. Walter wants to tear down the tower and let them in. When the tower falls, he'll rule in a world full of monsters.
But you're trying to stop him, aren't you? To protect the tower. I've seen them try to destroy it. If we could just get there...
There is no we, Jake. All that matters to me is that I find and kill Walter. That's it.
And here's Walter sacrificing children to open chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness.
Being quick. Strong.
Sounds like screams.
Sounds like screams. He goes, what echoes in one world echoes in another. So you have that connection. And now, and then you had, again, they're creating this artificial digitalized tesseract made canopy over our heads, which is like a quantum freaking screen over our heads that's accessing this other world and pulling it in through these chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness. Again, that's why we're seeing all this filth and the demonic squadrons of demons pouring strictly out of the chemtrail gateway portals. And it makes the IRA, Osiris, this National Artificial Intelligence Initiative, which makes a spider, and we're the bugs that they're looking to get caught. While all these specters are coming in, and attaching those people that are full of darkness versus those that are full of light in Christ. And Satan's building his army in order to take out the saints and at the same time fight God. This is what I'm seeing, guys. Seek discernment. Take the information of Jesus. Test spirit.
What is that?
The darkness. It's him. Are you sure?
Zamasu. This guy never quits. What? Don't lose focus, Kakarot!
See all the demonic faces all within the clouds above everything I've talked about, these chemtrails, this artificial sky canopy they create in this quantum realm over our heads, with these chemtrails being chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness, lifting the veil, making the two become the one, ushering in what's behind the veil.
It's from launching that Kamehameha from earlier. They don't have enough power left to go Super Saiyan, let alone Blue.
Well, I'm not done yet. We have to do something. Let's go. Here goes.
Listen what he says here.
Infect him,
bastard freak. What's happening?
He was cut down. But thanks to the dragon's power, his being remains. It seems he's embraced this new ethereal state. No longer confined by his divine vessel, he may be trying to become part of the very fabric of the cosmos. His own twisted idea of justice and order made manifest.
Trying to become the very fabric of the cosmos. And like I said, they all dressed up at Hunger Games at Biden's inauguration. Lady Gaga, right? Up there monitoring all the districts below NASA. The light spectrum. Revealing their mothership. And the obelisk. Their optogenetics. Again, everybody is simulated. Plugged into the AI hive mind. And it was all, again, King Kong. showing you all the tesseracts, this digitalized quantum canopy that's over our heads. She's got the voodoo dog because it's all about mind control. And he's within the dome just like we are now. This digitalized artificial smart desk confinement dome. They show you all the V's, which is for the vaccinations, containment, smart desk confinement dome, monarch outposts, monarch out programming, monarch out programming, monarch programming, sorry, mind control. 236, you got 3 6s at Skull Islands, voice to skull technology. And then I just wanted to, so it's all about getting you assimilated, making you part of the hive mind. And this is what they're creating, their digitalized artificial smart desk confinement dome over our heads. Vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency. I've done that. I don't think I need to do that. It's 2 minutes. Let's do it again, guys. We got to do it.
Could we ever program reality? Utility fog. A concept.
Utility fog. Think of all this fog that's coming down on us now.
Utility fog. A concept theorized by nanoengineer John Storrs Hall, who suggested that a collective of nanotechnological devices called foglets could link together into a complex aerial swarm network. Hall initially came up with this idea as a way to prevent trauma in car crashes by stiffening the air inside the car. However, if this idea were to be extended to the atmosphere of our planet, then we'd be able to conjure things out of thin air, like wizards.
Conjure things out of thin air like wizards. So this quantum canopy they got over our heads are able to conjure demons.
Conjure things out of thin air, like wizards. If these foglets were to be directed by an AI, they could be morphed into any structure that the user finds convenient. A whole planet made up of these foglets gives us the concept of a heaven world, somewhat like the idea of
a heaven world, and they show you the hawk, the Ra, right, and the one-eyed symbolism.
Gives us the concept of a heaven world, somewhat like the idea of a simulation heaven that we see in VR, except that this would be real life. Think of Utility Fog as a video game, where the characters can leap off the screen and interact with you.
A video game, self-replicating, self-assembly, just like in the movie Pixels, where they said they'll send real-life video games to attack us. All these drones and everything we're seeing up there is false alien invasion, all within this live AI, augmented virtual reality, smart desk confinement dome over our heads, where you won't know what's real from fake.
Characters can leap off the screen and interact with you, disassembling and reassembling themselves into furniture, landscapes, or food, anytime, anywhere. The surface of these heaven worlds would be covered in what we call programmable matter, also known as smart dust. The grains of sand under your feet are all actually robots of three-dimensional tactile material that can reshape and reform itself to suit your deepest desires.
Utility fog, foglets, and you got to think they have the voice-to-skull technology, so they can create these images in the sky, and they use voice-to-skull technology, making you even think it's real.
If the nanobots that make up this smart dust become cheap and plentiful enough, it would truly be bridging the gap between man and what anyone from the Dark Ages would consider a god. On a heaven world, the very dirt we walk in and the air we breathe will contain AI-directed nanites, a custom universe where you'll no longer be able to tell virtual reality from actual reality. At this point, it will no longer matter if the universe is a programmed simulation, because you'll be able to rewrite that program anyway. In fact, Google's director of engineering, Ray Kurzweil, has suggested that these nanomachines would unconditionally guarantee immortality, replacing every cell in our body until we become a collective of nanites ourselves.
All right, and then, so it's all made with these chemtrails, right? These foglets, utility fog, what I believe, you know, right? Building out this huge freaking digitalized artificial sky canopy, vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency, tearing down the toroidal field. Then you had the whole V connection. If you haven't seen that, you need to see that whole series on inauguration with Dana White's tongue flicking, right? And the VTV series all being about this alien race, vaccinating humanity, turning them into part of the hive mind, right? And it's all based off Trump, which was the final battle. That was the introduction of the TV series. This is the final battle. This is the final battle. But it was Trump cryptically narrating that clip from the 80s. And then all of a sudden, Trump has a 2025 campaign for his reelection known as the final battle, going after the deep state, alleged deep state, and this and that. But it mirrors the exact same voice from the 80s that introduced this show. And Trump's all in this show cryptically being revealed as the main characters of the serpents. I've done videos on all that. I'll leave it links in the description. But again, it's all related to the Black Cube, right? We're indoctrinated with a cube on our head, right? And it's all about Star Wars, the Battle of Two Suns, right? You got Elo's Alone in the Universe tour, right? With the plasma discharge dispense, the mothership that's up there, NASA, with the Tower of Babel, right? Creating all these fake auroras, this and that. And then you had all these demons manifesting out of these chemtrail gateway portals, okay, that I've gone and did on. I've done videos all on. You got the UN with Apollo leaves a law. Apollo leaves a... Sorry, I'm moving too quick, guys. You have the UN, the Laurel Reeves Apollo here, makes an inverted cross with the mothership, with the dark sun. It's the collisions of dimensions. You got the metaverse now bleeding in, where you're not going to know what's real from fake. You got Apollyon capping the dome, Lord of the Rings, which is the image I showed you on Asgardia with the rings around the sun, based on a satellite in low Earth orbit. Spectre opening portals into outer darkness, portals, 007, the Eye of Ra, Asgardia Space Kingdom. And you got Elysium predictive program, and you got the Borg Myco Cube 666 become a simulated. More predictive programming on the cube. Let's see, you got the MIT talking about it up there, right? Apollyon S in the sides of the north. Their Project Looking Glass surveillance ball apparatus atop the dome. It's in Tomorrowland, right? Monitoring all the districts below. And then we got all this mech that's all around this dark sun. That's up there that I've shown you before, that I've caught over and over. And then just more of this demonic filth that's strictly pouring out of these chemtrails. Chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness. All these chemtrails started coming through, and all this demonic filth came through after they did the Gother Tunnel ritual, talking about opening chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness. That right over my house. This is a tree here right in front of my front yard. These two demonic demons with big soulless black eyes, big cranium head I've shown over and over, little bent knees, wings, right? Two of them flying the outer bands of Hurricane Irma over my pad. And it's the same thing that's at the prop at Gother Tunnel ritual right there. Big cranium head, soulless black eyes, androgynous figure, little bent knees. Yep. Chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness and abyss. Again, just all this tech up there and mech and, all around the sun simulator, this dark sun, this artificial construct they're making with self-replicating, self-assembling cloud structures, smart dust clouds. Got like Anubis there. It's like a mothership, but this chemtrail's going into this caliper that I've shown over and over, connected to this platform. Pulls a cube. This is in the sides of north. There's chemtrail going into the caliper right there. Self-replicating, self-assembling with blowers hell, weed whackers from hell. This is that Olympics with the pyramids, the Antichrist spirit, Mary Poppins, not just one, multiple coming down with the umbrellas, because it's referencing the black goo that's raining on us, like in Prometheus. The graphene oxide with all these specters coming in. They had all the fallen angels coming through. You got this guy, all the nurses turning into zombies because he just got a shot in his arm, and she's turning into a zombie with the Antichrist spirit there. building his army with all these specters running out when the Mary Poppins are coming down, which is the black goo. They're open chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness, allowing all these specters to come on in. And this is the Gothard Tunnel ritual video I did in 2017. They are secretly revealing demons looking through. Are they secretly revealing demons looking through a portal during Gothard Tunnel 2017 satanic ritual ceremony? Are they informing us these are chemtrails, portals? Okay. While most are fast asleep, and then it's all connected to the CERN Gothard Tunnel ritual, and they had a king over them, which is the angel of the bottomless pit, who his name in Hebrew tongue is Abaddon, but in the Greek tongue it's Apollyon. And you got the pit, the cube at the 9/11 memorial, the two becoming the one while they terraform their planet, the plane, and build their infrastructure for the demonic AI programmable matter anti-transport system. They finished with laying down their demonic AI dark programmable tarmac, outsourced by CERN, finishing the groundwork for their grand opening, a reintroduction of a dark past and inverted demonic creation bleeding into our earthly realm via chemtrail gateway portals. So now they got all these, crazy fallen angel nanotech, cloud structures up their ships. They all manifest a face with soulless black eyes up front. Soulless black eyes up front. More demons manifesting out of these chemtrails, like I said. More demons manifesting out of the chemtrails. Showing you that one. This was at Hurricane Irma, post-Hurricane Irma, in Florida. And you see these demonic filth just pouring out of these chemtrails. That poured out of this guy there, right over my pad. Yep. Self-replicating, self-settling, being able to steer storm systems, create blowers from hell, weed whackers from hell. Meanwhile, they're sending, video games to attack us. And there's like the mothership all around the sun simulator that I caught, or this dark sun, what I assume that's up there. But anyway, so, and then this is all around the F-16s. I've shown you this video over and over again with the mech, right? All around this dark sun. It's being concealed, and this is all caught on cams. Looks like Lucifer here. It makes a diamond. It's got all this like transformer tech. Is that what, like I said, took out the Bahamas and all these places. You can see his face really good there. It's right there. There's Lucifer in the sky with diamonds. Lucifer in the sky with diamonds. All the transformers, nanotech, whatever that is. I don't know, man. It's just crazy stuff. Everything, all this mech people are pulling out of these wildfires and out of this. And this is the Lord of the Rings. This is like this, their, Asgardia Space Kingdom. It's like the new Saturn, or somehow that, they say Saturn's losing the rings, but somehow they brought it into this metaverse over our heads, I'm assuming. But these are their sun dogs going around the sun. They have these little green halo cubes all around them, these little diodes that are being concealed. You can see like 2 diodes on this one within this little green halo box that's concealing them. And I caught it on a live stream here with the 2 halos, or the 2, diodes. The 2 diodes. Mech. Crazy mech. Anyway, that's what I'm seeing. And then they can build out self-replicating, self-assembling mech in the clouds, right? All pouring out of chemtrail gateway portals. Everything's pouring out of this chemtrail gateway portals, right? And then when they start using their voice-to-skull technology, you're not going to know what's real from fake, right? It's magic within the machine that they've created over our heads. And these are the chemtrails going in these pulley systems, pulling this structure all across the sky. Right there, chemtrail going right into that big old pulley system, pulling this dark sun across the sky. Magic within the machine. Air magic, Illuminati playing cards. Meanwhile, they say China plans to launch its own artificial moon by 2020. They say they have a sun sim, and they say their man-made meteor shower could be launched by satellite, could open the 2020 Olympic Games in Tokyo. Meanwhile, you're seeing all these drones up there and all these alleged UFOs and UAPs, and it's just like makes you wonder. Like in Pixels, they're saying they're sending video games to attack us. Yep. See, there's a face right there, 2 eyes up there, and then there's this guy. And there's even a dragon's head piercing through there. I've been looking at this stuff forever. More faces, demonic filth, mech. Yeah. All right, guys, you've seen all this. So, let's see. And then there's this COT, which is like this mothership that's up there, that's at the UN on these cams, some structure around this sun simulator. NASA up there, the Blue Bloods, the Fallen Angels. You can see it all around there. It makes some like circular thing, like Elysium style base up there. It's all being concealed from us. Or it's just part of the magic in the machine. Right? Showing you a video on that. Everybody's seeing this sphere up there with a bunch of lights, claiming it's a UFO, but it's caught on these cams. So, I mean, what is it really? Is it just magic in the machine? And then you can see here, I've shown you this. Sorry. You can see all the mech up there, all around the sun. Right up in here. See it up there? All these different lights and all down in here. All right, I gotta finish this. Going overboard. All right, guys. I'm going to leave the video that I did based off on Talmudwood, okay, which was showing you which was right here, talking about vacuum sealing God's natural earth frequency, showing you the tesseracts, the digitalized quantum sky canopy they get over our heads, right? And then they go on. I'm going to include this whole thing. This is Talmudwood telling you everything. And then you've got this guy, right, which is actually Solomon, right, from the Bible, being able to control demons with his conch, which is it's like in the Bible, it was a ring, being able to control the demons and the mechs. But then Satan got a hold of the ring and these demons, and you're using this like Skydome Atlantis up there to vacuum seal God's natural earth frequency, this device. Yep. And vacuum sealing it.
Sonic, something bad's happening.
Whoa, what's going on?
I don't know. It's like something in the sky is draining the life out of the world. Plants, animals, even the air feels cold and dead. It's like something in the sky is draining the life out of the world. Plants, animals, even the air feels cold and dead.
Okay, I'm going to leave it at that. And again, it's Air Magic, guys. Luminite playing card. It's the magic inside the machine, right? And Star Wars, right? It's the Battle of the Two Suns. It's the Millennium Falcon. The Millennium Falcon. Cyrus, Ra. The Millennium Falcon. With Apollyon, S to the sides north. Under the dome. This is the X, the cube that's up there. Skynet. That's all around the sun simulator. This is NASA patch, Falcon, the Cyrus with the all-seeing eye. Satan looked to be omnipresent, like God, but he's doing it via this surveillance ball apparatus. This is the X here, circled. This around the sun simulator. This is the star Rampham, belonging to Moloch, Satan. It's it's the Death Star. The Death Star. That's why at the 9/11 you had the two blue beams, the blue bloods, and it's made with 88 lights, the 88s raw radium. He's radiating the planet. Graphene Biowar, Roadmap to Mind Control, Prometheus. Open the chemtrail gateway portals to outer darkness, allowing these specters come in. Polyon's Captain Dome, Lord of the Rings, creating his metaverse with his quantum canopy, which is made of tesseracts, pulling in what's behind the veil, collisions of dimensions, the 88, radiating the planet, building his army through the vaccinated, and in order to take out the saints and fight God, right? With a smart desk confinement dome over our heads. And this is the golden seal with the star of Rampham falling within the sun halo, Lord of the Rings, with the eye of Ra. And it's the eye of Lucifer, Lucifer the false light bearer, and that's at the top of the dome. Polyon, that's at the top of the dome. Sun simulator, and that's the top of the dome. It's the shining. All right, guys. So, and in this video, make sure you review these. This is what I wrote up. This is what I'm trying to share. I'll include in the comments section. This is a write-up that I talk about sonic predictive programming in Solomon. It's reference to the Bible. This guy is portraying being able to control these mechs and demons with his conch, which is referencing Solomon's key, being able to control demons. So I'll include this short Talmudwood, which I collected a bunch of different videos from Talmudwood. We know who owns Hollywood. And they're telling you a whole story, and I tried to put it all in there. And again, it's all about tearing down the toroidal field and the connection to Ra in 88, Satan radiating the planet, setting up his battle against God and the saints. All right, you guys have a mighty blessed one. Take care.